Okay, well, I thought it was a good day of practice. We're continuing through fall camp. We're having more and more guys out there. I think Tanner Gentry looks 100%. Andrew Wingert is real close to 100%, so is Rob Priester. Didn't have anybody go down. Got a little warm out there, which is good. But we're well pleased with that. I thought our kicking game was a little bit off. We have been striking the ball well, but game time's coming around here, and for us, those extra points, field goals, we're light years. We're better than we were last year, but you're always striving for perfection. Did quite a bit of work against one another, which is good, and we'll continue to move forward.
After watching the film, what else did you take away from Saturday, Coach?
There's some nuances with our installations where some of the assignments have got to get cleaned up, and those things are going to be important. One thing I noticed on the field, but probably more so, we've got more speed on defense, and that became apparent with some pursuit angles and tackling ability and stuff like that. So that was encouraging. I also think that we have an opportunity. I think Josh is really progressing in our offense to where he can do some good things for us.
I was talking with Brian on Saturday, and I kind of detected a little frustration with him not being out there.
He's frustrated.
How do you handle a star player like that to get him ready, but also to keep him healthy?
Well, I think you get guarded when you say star.
Yeah.
But here's our thoughts on it. We've seen a lot of the things that he can do. It's important for us to find some depth. There's only so many reps to go around. I tried to explain that to him. He'll pout a little bit, but that's part of building a relationship. You look him in the eye and say, "Hey, Brian, we don't want you to do it. You may not understand, but that's what the orders are." So, whenever we're doing something live, goal line scrimmage, he's over there yelling and screaming. And we've given him some live repetition, though.
But you gotta as a competitor to have a player like that.
I can tell you, Brian's been a real joy, not only for me as a head football coach, but our whole coaching staff. He's worked hard in school. Certainly, last year's yardage was something that's garnered a lot of attention nationally, but Brian is about the team, and we're finding more and more guys that are about University of Wyoming as opposed to themselves. And whenever you have a talented player like that wants to be a competitor, wants to be out there, is not trying to find ways off the field, but trying to find ways on the field, those are good things, and we're building off that.
With Adam out, how is that spot behind Logan look between Cash and Ben there?
Well, right now we're working Cash pretty heavily. Ben's getting some repetition as we go, but we're trying to spoon feed Cash. He's a freshman. He timed out really well. He's 220 pounds and he runs 4.5 something. And so those are things that you can't teach. We really appreciate Ben being out there, but it's a complicated position. Typically our will linebacker position is the most productive in schemes. Last year, I know Dewey Andrew was our top tackler, but our will really needs to be. And so we're happy with Logan, but we got to develop a back up there. Still looking at it.
Speaking of Logan, guys like Josh Harshman, Logan Wilson, in-state products, what have you seen in terms of them as developing as young guys from in-state in this program?
Thanks for bringing that up. There's grit and determination. They're certainly developmental players, but they really are excited about being here. We embrace those guys. I think we need to have a stronger presence of Wyoming players in our locker room. That was one of our first goals when we first came here. So the proof's in the pudding there. How many reps those guys will play will probably vary, but to have two guys from Ventura County come in and really make a mark is certainly pleasing.
With the practice right after scrimmage, was that a nice opportunity for the guys to learn and put it to action right away rather than maybe having to wait a bit?
Learning is through doing. Guys, when they're professionals like Peyton Manning, they can probably take a lot of vicarious reps. Younger guys need to see pictures, and it was not a real intense practice, but doing those things like that are important. We're going to take advantage of every opportunity that we can to teach. We're going to take advantage of every practice that we have. However, I can tell you we're trying to do things for concussion protocol to take care of better players, take better care of our players, I should say. And so some of it was some mental stuff.